So let's talk now about Mr. Gerber, Ross Gerber. Now, I didn't know who this fucking clown was, but looked a little bit around, and apparently he's getting a lot of publicity. For what? He's a fucking loser. He's an insurance salesman. He was an insurance salesman, and he opened up a financial advisory firm. And let's take a look here. This is a guy, he's a cryptocurrency pumper, okay? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's not a single credible financial professional who's ever going to recommend a cryptocurrency, okay? If they do, they're not credible at all. Absolutely not. That's fact. You can write it down. How we started. During the financial crisis, brand name financial institutions destroyed the trust and squandered the savings of millions of Americans. In 2010, it was clear to Ross Gerber and Danilo Kawasaki, industry veterans and longtime friends, that a new paradigm for wealth and investment management was needed, and they were the people who could offer it. Oh, really? Did you predict the financial crisis? No, you fucking didn't. You were selling insurance. Fucking insurance salesman. Fucking sleazy people, man. So this guy had nothing, and he gets promoted in the media. He's on CNBC every day. All these things, he gets business from that. I mean, why? Who is he? He's a nobody. But if you have the right last name, you're in. You're in. You're chosen. Okay? That's what I'm talking about, folks. Has nothing to do with your track record, how credible you are. They're going to tell you that you're credible. They're going to tell the audience. They're going to say how great you are, and they're going to make up shit. Okay? They do it all the time. Do it with all these guys. I mean, think about it. Don't they tell you how great, or I don't know about now, but tell you how great Peter Schiff is and how right he's been? Now they're telling you how Jeffrey Gundlach, oh, he's great, right? How about Jim Rogers? He's great, right? Take a look at their track record. The fucking disaster, okay? I've been documenting the track record of these fucking losers for years, man. Harry Dent, he's great. Okay. Once again, it's all about making sure to create dumb money. Okay? That's what they do. That's what the media does. That's how they make all their money. They get you suckers to be on the other side of the trade. That's how the media makes all the fucking money, along with Wall Street. You think YouTube is an alternative? You're fucking crazy. YouTube is 1 billion times worse. GK's goal is to identify growth companies positioned to benefit from transformative changes in our society. So you notice that? You see what's going on here? They copy Kathy Wood's little disruptive technology. Transformative changes. I mean, fucking con artists, whatever. So they got it. By the way, they have a ETF. Now, they claim they have like 2.3 billion under management. And I wanted to contact their office. I actually tried twice today, but nobody's there, apparently, what I was told. And I wanted to ask someone what percentage of those assets are in cryptocurrencies, you see? Because I have a feeling the majority of their assets are in cryptocurrencies, which I'm kind of baffled at as to what's going on with that. But anyway, certainly something's going on because they have one ETF, just one, and take a look at the net assets. It's 22 million. That seems kind of strange, doesn't it? If you've got 2.3 billion under management, how is it possible that you only have 22 million in an ETF? I mean, surely with all that money, all those clients, you can get these clients, to invest in the ETF just a little bit from several, right? That's pretty weird. And I'm not talking, it has nothing to do with the performance, because you could still, I'm telling you, with 2.3 billion, you could at least make this thing 150 million. Okay, easily. Now let's take a look at the performance. The geniuses, insurance salesmen. Some tells it's going to look like one of Peter Schiff's funds, or Jeffrey Gundlach, or one of Jim Rogers' commodities funds. Okay, since inception, here we go. Take a look at inception. Okay, so you're down. This would probably be a NASDAQ, pretty sure. So there you have it, folks. Just another example, why are you going to pay these parasites a fee when they can't even come close to the NASDAQ, which is, I'm sure, the comparable index. Let's take a look at the holdings. He sold out of his Tesla position. He jumps all over NVIDIA after it soared, right? Yeah, this is a NASDAQ is the benchmark here. See, he has Novo Nordisk. I mean, he's window dressing is what he's doing. Okay, it's what he's doing. I mean, if you're going to have a stock, dude, Eli Lilly over Novo Nordisk, but you're a clown. So underperform. Okay, great. Only 20 million. I guess people don't want to lose money. So you all know Brian Sozzi. I did a video on him showing you his past. His comrades at Yahoo they like to tell him, oh, he's a former analyst. And I showed you he wasn't. They call him a Wall Street analyst. He was a fucking pseudo analyst, a fake analyst in a boiler room. Charles Payne off of Fox Business, the big black dude, his boiler room. Which, I mean, that guy, I think he's kind of the face guy, and I think there's a lot of parasites behind him. You can look into that. But that's what kind of analyst experience this guy has, by the way. So he's going to interview Ross, right? Telling you why he's going to dump his stock. Of course, now if you don't know Gerber, he's been on this rampage against Elon Musk recently, and it's kind of bizarre because Elon Musk did some questionable things several years ago. I'll get into that here shortly. So here you go. Elon Musk. I mean, Elon Musk says he can't even tell he's an idiot. And that's, I have to believe Elon Musk is absolutely correct. Ross Gerber has Dunning-Kruger. He's so stupid he doesn't realize how stupid he is. Okay? And so, of course, Gerber only gets involved against Musk, trashing Musk. When? Well, when Musk starts making comments agreeing with statements made on Twitter about the so-called Great Replacement. In fact, let me go ahead and I think Musk's, I don't want to say it. I'll just go ahead and show you here. Yeah, so CNN reports this. So my point is that this is when Musk starts coming out with these claims, right? He agrees with these people writing stuff on X. That's when Gerber starts trashing Musk. You see? See that? Now, so what am I talking about Musk having reckless behavior prior to that? Well, remember, Musk publicly smoked a joint on Joe Rogan back in, 2018, 2019? It was okay back then. Ross Gerber didn't have a problem with Musk back then. I mean, that's pretty damn reckless to me, don't you think? So my point is Gerber is trashing Musk for political reasons. And of course, Gerber's, he's, that's what's going on. It's kind of like Bill Ackman doing his thing, going against all these students, trying to make sure they never get a job because they support, they have a political position that Bill Ackman doesn't want to be forwarded. You understand what's going on, right? So that alone makes Gerber just a complete piece of trash and a loser. Okay. And then take a look at this. Apparently, he said the FDIC does not exist. It doesn't exist. Kind of reminds me, it's a fantasy. Kind of reminds me of Mike Maloney, the Robert Kiyosaki's partner, the gold and silver pumper, the fucking uneducated, illiterate clown making stupid conspiracy videos. Mike Maloney, who says that, the dollar doesn't exist. It's just in your fantasy. It doesn't exist. It's just fictional. So you have a guy here, a financial advisor, who's telling people that the FDIC doesn't exist. It's a fantasy. Does that sound responsible to you? I mean, would you want to invest in anything this guy is handling if he thinks this way, right? Of course, this goes to his cryptocurrency pumping side. So he's kind of playing the Peter Schiff there, right? Where Peter Schiff will state all kinds of ridiculous, untrue things about the economy, about the dollar, about gold, right? Is a way to pump gold. And then he, on the other hand, he has stocks that he sells and funds that he sells that have stocks in them. So which is it? I mean, if fiat currencies are going to zero, why are you selling stocks? I mean, stocks will go to zero, won't they? Right? So these guys, they want to play both sides. Would you trust someone like that? No. Either you're a delusional cryptocurrency idiot, or you're going to sell securities. You can't do both. If you do both, you're an obvious fucking shyster. Okay? So this guy, this Gerber, he's so egotistical. He thinks he's somebody. He tried to get on the board of Tesla. Like, he had this big long, hey, I want to get on the board. Just because he's got media fucking exposure, which once again, ask yourself why he's got media exposure. Why? Because his last name is Gerber. That's why. Okay? That's the only reason why. And I'm saying this because, folks, we're talking about a media mafia that promotes selective people. They discriminate against other people, and they promote people who are not qualified, and those people become very wealthy, even though they're fucking idiots, even though they steer the audience into the gutter. This is a huge problem. You never hear anyone talk about that. And in fact, if you're going to talk about it and you point to the specific designation of this mafia, you're going to be called a racist. And I can't say the word because then that will give it away who I'm talking about. You understand? Who's right? I'm right. Got it? You can't even say it because you know who runs ScamTube. Let me tell you, folks, you're living in fucking fear. You're supposed to be living in a free country. If you're living in the West, it's supposed to be a free country. When you can't even talk about the group that's fucking everything up because they control everything, you're not in a free country. You're not free. Okay? You're a fucking slave. You're held captive. Don't fucking forget that. Ever. You got it?
So while we're on the topic of crypto, if you're looking for a place to buy, sell, track, or trade both crypto and NFTs all in one place with fees that are up to 85% lower than the top competitors, then FTX US is there to help. They're trusted by millions of users, and what I like the most about them is that they allow you to set up an automatic recurring buy so that you can dollar cost average into the markets on a regular basis. So if you're interested, the link is down below in the description with the code GRAHAM, and you could get all the way up to $100 for signing up depending on how much you trade.